Right, good morning, traders. Bear with me here. Ooh, missed a nice U shape there on BRQS. Put that on the watch list. Oh, wait a minute. CCNC. Possible triangle breakout here. To keep an eye on that. It's getting close. We got stuff ripping all over the place, it looks like. Put QLR up there. Try to put Q. There we go. No, is it going? Come on, Thinkorswim. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's going crazy. And let's check BSQR as well. So that's having a little pullback today. So we'll okay, nice pullback there to the bottom of the triangle on that. TRCH. Gotta put that on the watch list. Maybe if it'll let me. Come on, Thinkorswim. There we go. So where'd that go? Get back here. LC. There's a big U shape there, so a bunch of U shapes that's ripped this morning. Come on. Oh, I think Thinkorswim, you're acting funky. Good morning, One Life. Possible flag there. Got can running. There's just all kinds of stuff running today, so this is going to be a little tricky to try to figure out. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be, like I said before, throwing a dart at a random stock. This isn't a downtrend, but that's broke the downtrend. Possibly could U-shape back up. Got to break that 550. It's a very low float, MYT. Good morning, Jamie. And this is starting to slowly climb up to that area. So a lot of different things to watch here. This did just break this downtrend, so possibly get a move here. I want to go here. What? Why didn't you feel me? What is going on? Actually, we still have the downtrend on there a little bit, but it looked like it was going to break 280, so that's why I tried to go, but it didn't feel me. For some strange reason. This does have room up to 350. Now it's going, okay. Huh. Why am I not getting filled? What is going on here? I have funds available. Yeah, this is a little flag here. Still a little early in the little flag triangle there. Not sure why I'm not getting filled though. I'm starting to pull back a little bit. Might have got saved by that. Okay, so CCNC dropping down. TRCH. There was one that I was looking at. Where'd it go? Is it MYT? Yeah, MYT. Put that back on the watch list. See, PXS. PXS slowly climbing. This one can move big if it really starts getting attention. Very low float. BSQR is selling off, so we'll take BSQR off the list. That's not doing anything. This WNW, that's not doing anything. Take that off. How's Bumble look? Bumble actually slowly making its way back up. See, I wonder why my sway scanner's not working. There we go. NVCN with a pop. ARTL. Boy, there was U-shapes everywhere. See, what am I in? I'm in a max chart? Oh, okay. You get it back in the 1-year chart. There we go. A lot of volume in the market today. Acre with a possible U shape. Acre's another one that can get running if it starts to get a lot of volume. A little light on volume at the second. If it can break $5, that could get going. I'm gonna go if it'll let me. Okay, so I got filled that time. Don't know what the problem was earlier, but let's go with 30 shares here on Acre. See if it can break $5. On this little U shape here. Morning, Orlando. There's definitely some selling right below $5. So we're right at $5. Let's see if it can break here. You can see the selling sitting there. We are getting some buys at 5. See if we keep getting buys at 5 here. So I'm getting a few. So that is strong resistance. I'm not wanting to break there. See, 490 trying to hold a support. We want to see that hold as support for sure. I'm getting rejected at 5, so maybe may not break. May have to make another little U shape around. I'm gonna put in a little stop loss there, just in case. See, this is what, acre? Okay. Let's take a look around. Let Acre do its thing. Is Acre on my watch list? No, let me put Acre on my watch list. Okay. BRQS starting to make a, just broke out with a new high. Still a little early to get on that though. TRCH coming down. Now we want to see it start to push up on this candle, and there are some buyers there at 487 trying to hold it up, and at 485. We don't really want to see them get taken out, but they might. Okay, good. They didn't get taken out. Like I said, if this can just curl back up to 5 one more time, just a little curl here. And we might get that breakout. See, we got 40 seconds for this 2-minute candle to close here. If it could close over 490, that'd be a pretty good close. And you can see buyers are, well, they tried to stack the bid there. So this is still a little up in the air. Which way that might go? C, C, and C. Crack down out of that triangle. Looking a little wonky. See, Acre's back down to 485, so still sketchy, but buyers are still trying to hold it up at that 486 area. SOS with a new high. I saw SOS earlier. So that one actually cracked. Having a little bit of cracks. So yeah, we're starting to form a nice little baby U right here. And technically this would be called a cup and handle pattern, but all a cup and handle pattern is a big U shape with a little U shape. That's all it is. But we don't want to see that. We need to see it stay above. Because we want it to curl. And if it drops below 480, then that curl will not be a curl anymore. So still a little sketchy at the moment. See, oops, turn my scanner off there. Let's pop over ERTL. That's still kind of just going straight up. Then CSINO. They're gonna acquire something, so that is decent PR. Put on the watch list there. See, Acre's starting to creep. Starting to creep back to that 5. Bids moved up to 493 so far. Getting a little bit of bid stacking at 493. And let's see here. See if volume see if buying volume can increase into this $5. Looks like and this is a perfect U shape. If this can get enough buying volume here, we should see a breakout. But that buying volume's got to come in. If it gets rejected again here, okay. So we're seeing a lot of fives this time on the timing sells. The ask is not dropping though, so got rejected again. See if it can hold up and keep testing. Morning, John. Ron. I'm in AKER right now, looking for this $5 breakout, and we're real close to it. But it's got rejected twice so far at $5. So, see, we're gonna test it again. Let's see. We're gonna get some fives here. Starting to get some fives. Ooh, really close. Getting real close. We're pecking. We're pecking. Bunch of fives just came through. Can we get through this five right here? Still a lot of sellers at 5, so still struggling. And if this don't break soon, I'm going to have to get out of it. Ooh, now we got an 11-cent spread, or 8-cent spread. So we had a little more selling volume there. We didn't get that buying volume push in the 5, so that's what we're struggling with still. Sellers sitting at 494 now. It's going to bring this down a little bit. This could drop. This could start to drop after not breaking there, because that was the third rejection, because it got rejected back here, rejected there, and then just rejected again. So buyers may give up on this. Like I said, we don't want to drop and blow at 480. So our little curl up is kind of gone now. It's right there was where we needed it to break out, and it didn't. SCT run, SCKT. Acre's looking a little sketchy right now. Just not getting that buying to come back in yet. Possible U here. Is this OTC stock? Oh, no wonder. This is OTC stock. I got to limit in. No wonder that was not filling me earlier. I didn't realize that was OTC stock. CSINO. That's looking pretty done. I'm going to take it off the watch list. TRCH. Till it can break that downtrend. That's done. Let's see. They got some type of PR. Yeah, Socket went on a run because they're Apple products. So actually, we may be forming a triangle at this point on this, on AKER. That's what it's kind of starting to look like now. Well, unless it cracks here. Just no buyers are coming in. It's not good. I'll try to give it a little bit more time, but Acre's looking real sketchy at the moment. PCN looks like crap. PXC, look at the, or PXS with these little tiny U shapes. And I actually like the way that looks. Just broke out of a U shape. I don't really want to buy at the high of day though, but they're starting to pull back. But the way this just keeps slowly climbing up, could be getting a big break here soon. Let's see, where's the trend line? There's the trend line. Oh, and I just got stopped out on acres, so I'm going to go on this. I'm going to put my stop loss right below the trend line there. Oh, it's one of those deals where it won't let me. See, well, real quick, let me pop and see how much I lost on. What the hell? On my watch list just went crazy. PXC, PXS, and then, let's see, what was I in? Was it MIT? No, it wasn't MIT, but that's looking like that's about to break out as well. Let's see here. PXS still. Oh, PXS starting to run here. I don't know what I was in a minute ago. I said it, but pushing up to 240, 244, 245. Getting close to that 250 mark. And if it breaks 250 with some strong buying volume, it could get going crazy. You can see a little selling though, right below 250 in that 245, 246 area, 244 as well. You can't see this one? What do you mean? You can't see my screen? Or what do you... Oh, Acre, that's what it was. Yeah, Acre's the one I lost on. That's right. So let's see. So yeah, I lost $8 on Acre. Yeah, so that was a little triangle shit cracked down there. Couldn't break. Getting rejected 3 times at $5 was a pretty good indicator that it wasn't going to break. And it's alright. Let's see what happens on PXS, if this is going to keep running or not. Because we got this straight up. We got this nice trend line on this. No, this is a PXS, if that's what you're asking, what the ticker symbol is. We did just hit another high a day, so we could have a little pullback here. But these steps up, like, you don't really ever see this type of steps up like this stock has. This clean of a pattern, and that's why I was saying I like the way this looks. And if big buying volume comes in, which it has started to come in, well, that's only 300,000, but bigger buying volume. If we start getting 1 million in volume, then this thing could really start ripping. And PXS, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, a few years ago went on some massive runs. Yeah, yeah. So back there you can see this thing went from $1 all the way up to $12 at one point. So it has potential to get real frisky. And this pattern is just interesting, beautiful uptrend there of slowly moving up. So if that can continue to happen, we could see this get crazy. Like I said, we gotta get to that 250. I think once we get through 250, we should start seeing even bigger buying volume come in. And we'll see. We'll see how this goes. The trend line's right at my entry, so regardless, I shouldn't take a loss. See, unless it drops back down really, really fast, which is possible. It's only 21 million shares in the float, so you see it. Still a lot of selling in this area. But every time we've popped up so far on this stock, there has been a little pullback afterwards and then another pop. Ooh, look at all the buying that just came in. The bids at 243 just stacked like crazy. Yeah, we're starting to move right up to 250, breaking through 250. Here we go. We're going to get frisky. Show me the frisk. See if these buyers keep coming in here. All the way up to 260 almost. Oh, here we go. Yeah, breaking through 260. Let's see if we're going to keep going. Getting hung up in that. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Breaking through that 265. The 268. Let's see if we can get through 275. I may lock something out at 275. If it can get there. That was a quick little pop. We may have to come back down a little bit, though. There's a lot of buyers that came in right there. Buying keeps coming in like this. The thing could very easily start ripping like a crazy pants. I'd really like to see 250 hold up as support at this point. But we do got to keep in mind the trend line's back down here at 228, so this could easily drop back down to the trend line. It could curl over like this and come back down. Preferably, though, we don't want to see that happen. We'd like to see more buying volume come in and push us up over that 270 mark. So 249, a little bit of buyers there trying to hold it up. There we go. Okay, so we are trying to hold 250 as support. If that can keep holding 250 as support, then we should see this start to rip again. I really hate these stocks that I can't put a stop loss in on. So yeah, you can see our bid's still stacking at 250. That's a nice sign. We want that to keep happening. And they got taken out again. And buyer's still stacking. Oh, getting real close to taking them out. Okay, so 250 still not holding yet. So we may come back down to the trend line. $250 acting as a little resistance. Okay, with the woo, big buyer, 40,000 shares just came in at 250. This is about to start ripping. If we get through 260 here, let's see. Nice engulfing candle if it can get through 260. Need to see that buyer move up on the bid, though. There we go. There's another nice size buyer at 255. See, we want to break through 260 here. Make this engulfing pattern. Oh, getting real close. And all an engulfing candle pattern is you have the red candle there and then a green candle after it that's bigger. The body of this green candle will engulf the body of this red candle. And that's all that is. If you don't know what an engulfing candle is. See, 260 holding up as some resistance, but a lot of them got taken out. There we go. We just broke through 260. Still getting held up, so it's still a little sketchy. We got 30 seconds on this candle to close. We want the body of this candle to close over the body of this red candle. So we really want to see this close over 260. Come on. Still not getting over there. So we got 4 seconds on this candle. Well, it's a good open there, but on that candle, but yeah, maybe a little pullback. Good morning, Liam. Everybody, there's Liam from Confident in Crypto. If you haven't checked out his channel yet and you're interested in crypto trading, go check that out. So see, this wasn't really an engulfing candle because that body did not really close higher than the body of that red candle. I mean, it kind of closed right at it. And we're starting to kind of look like we may curl back down to the trend line. So if this candle does not start pushing back up and get over 260, we're probably going to curl back down to the trend line. Now see, this is what we want to see. Huh? See if buyers can come in. Well, I took a loss on one stock. Took a little $8 loss on it. I'm up a little bit on this one, trying to see if it's going to break out here at this 260 level. 260, 270. That's where it's kind of getting held up at the moment. Yeah, I've been testing the 2 minute out for the last couple of weeks, and I like it so far. I like it better than the 1 minute, because sometimes the 1 minute is too fast. Like you'll have a quick drop for no reason. Okay, we need to see 250 hold up here. We still got that big buyer sitting there, but we do not want him to get taken out. But yeah, the 1 minute can be too fast. Some of the candles can like freak you out and make you jump out of a stock too early. And then the 5 minute just seems to be too slow. I tend to miss entries. So yeah, we are going to come back down to the trend line here. Let's make sure this trend line holds up. So I was saying that as that starting to look like it's going to curl back down, and there we go. Let me take a look back. Ooh, starting to crack the trend line a little bit. Buyers need to come and push this right back up to over that trend line, or this is going to get sketchy. A lot of selling pressure here. This candle needs to close above the trend line right here. Whoops. Did not quite get to that 275. Which was my profit target, but it's getting real close to cracking. This candle's fixing to close here. I don't like that. Get back above the trend line. Come on. So this absolutely has to get back above the trend line on this candle. If it does not, then this is going to be a sell-off right here. Yeah, getting real close to a sell-off. Trying to see if 225 is going to hold up as support. I'm holding the sell button down. If it starts to crack, I let it go, it's going to fill. So, see here, it's trying to push back up. A lot of selling back at 230. It needs to break through that. What's up, Greg? We got Greg here. Liam hanging out. Yeah, I know. We got more snow. That's what I was doing before the stream. So I was a couple of minutes late on the stream as I was snow plowing the driveway, trying to get my wife to work, and then on my way home I slid into a snowbank and had to pull some special maneuvering driving to get out of that snowbank. But I didn't want to be too late for you guys, so I'm like sitting here in cold socks from the wet snow. So that's like too much information. That's one of the things that annoys me on social media, though, is like when people when people post on Facebook and be like, "I lost a contact today." It's really sad. It's like nobody cares about your little your little minuscule daily life stuff. Or maybe some people do. I don't know, but that just annoys me when people post that little tiny minuscule stuff. Or like, oh, I found a penny today in the parking lot of Kroger's. Like, that's fantastic for you. Great. Yeah, I know. We got a lot of snow. We got a lot. I'm sick and tired of plowing the driveway. There I go. I just said I'm being a super hypocrite right now too. I just said how much that little stuff like that aggravates me, and then I'm doing it, talking about the snow and the driveway and all that. So, you know, eh, maybe I'm a little hypocritical. That's all right. I'm honest enough to admit it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're all hypocritical sometimes. Uh. Pre-market's trickier. I mean, there are some big rips in pre-market, but you can't market order in. You can only use limit orders, and you can use stop loss orders, but you have to make sure the stop loss orders are limit orders. So if you don't get filled and stuff, you can run into some problems. It's just trickier. Like as a new trader, just stay in the market open times for now. And plus, to try to catch a lot of those big rips, you really got to have a news scanner that is a quick news scanner. Like Thinkorswim comes out with the news on time, but you don't have a way to kind of sift through the news because you're going to get all types of news, but there's scanners out there that are specifically for news, so you can scan for news by the float and several other things, and maybe Thinkorswim has a way to do it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I've not found it, but you basically got to catch as soon as you see like a good PR come out on something, like that one company acquiring something, then you got to jump in there right at that time. I'm thinking about to sell this because this is really starting to look like it's going to crack. Try and get half a second, but this candle here is really ugly. We got 20 something seconds. Ooh. Yeah, I'm about to let this go. It does not hold up. This trend line cracks, so shorters are going to see that, and they're going to be trying to short this. Yeah, I think we're done. I think this is done. Real sketchy. See if this candle pops back up or not. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so okay, I'm out of there because trend line's cracked. It's probably going to keep selling off. So interesting. It did make a decent move from my entry. I should have probably locked that in. When I was in at 227. It ran to 268. Yeah, I should have locked something in. That was just kind of a bad trade. I mean, it was a good trade, but a bad trade I didn't lock in. The catalyst is important, but the biggest catalyst is volume. Volume is the number one thing. That is the most important thing. Because like you don't necessarily have to have PR. Like on PXS, I traded this right, except for the fact I didn't lock anything out up here when it ran in 268. I was kind of aiming for that 275, but you can see big buying volume you have to get those nice rips like that. And it's had pretty consistent volume all the way through. The volume was continually building and building. So you don't necessarily have to have press releases to be a catalyst. And sometimes you can have the best PR in the world and it still won't mean anything. So the biggest thing is volume. Volume is a 10 on the scale of trading. Gotta have volume. See, everything looks like it's kind of cracking at the moment. CCNC going sideways. It's a little penny stock somehow. Got on the watch list. Not exactly sure how that happened. Let's see. Bumble's still slowly climbing. It's a weird looking pattern there. It's not really a good press release. It sounds like a good press release that they're issuing a U.S. patent titled Immunotherapy of Cancer, but all a patent is a piece of paper, and until they actually make something with it, that's really irrelevant. It's not going to be worth anything. I mean, it did get a little pop, but let's see if I got what is going on with these lines back here. Let's see, what's got the most volume? TRCH. TRCH still in this downtrend, possibly breaking it, and then looks like we've got an uptrend. Uptrend there. Around that $4 area. maybe something there. And there's Socket. Yeah, Socket was a nice run. That was the one. Who was it? John. Yeah, I think Ron Jones said he played. But yeah, nice pre-market move and a nice pop actually there at market open as well. Check and make sure and see if I got any more funds left. I may not have any more funds after those two trades for the day. But you know, I kept both those losses small, so that's the important thing. Oh, I do have a little bit of funds left, so. It to me it doesn't really matter. I mean, sometimes, like I said, sometimes there's news that's not good news, and the stock will rip, and sometimes it can have the best news ever, and the stock can sell off. So it really depends on the volume coming in, uh, and the pattern. Cause like I could probably find something with good news right now that's not doing anything. Let's see, what does this one say here? Okay, so I guess that's kind of good news. I really don't know what that means, but you can see that kind of move. But still, I mean, there's not a lot of volume on this. It has made a nice move so far, but pretty light volume. Could be one to keep an eye on, though. Let's see. So this one went up 14% after a direct offering. And that was with okay. So this isn't a common offering then. But yeah, still here though, they're going to be selling. Yeah, it is common. So they're going to be selling this investment company 200 or almost 3 million shares at $7.29%. $7.29 per share. There we go. And it's a registered direct offering. So that company paid for them at $7.29, and this has come up to $8.70. That can be good news. I thought it was a common offering, just a regular common offering where it's just they're releasing more shares to the public. But it's actually pretty good. But I'm trying to find some PR here for an example. That's that same one. Let's see. Let's do this. Here's the top 10 loss. Yeah, so there was that's a common offering this company did, and you can see it sold off. So you gotta be really careful of what the offerings are. You gotta look into that. Let's see. So I had a pretty good drop, but that's pretty bad PR too. Yeah, okay, so here's a perfect example. XPI, International Land Alliance announces sale and marketing collaboration with Baja Real Estate. Now, collaborations are usually a good thing, but you can see this thing gap down all and it's all the way. It was up at 158 Friday, and now it's all the way down to 77. And that should have been good PR. I mean, anytime you see collaborations, that usually means good PR. But in that case, the market did not react to it very well. So So that's what you got to watch. That's what I was saying. You never know. Volume is the biggest key. Volume is the biggest indicator. You gotta look for that volume and a pattern. Like MYT didn't have any news. Didn't have much volume in pre-market. But then right through here, you start to see that U-shaped pattern, increasing volume coming into it, and then boom, got a break over 550 up to 650. So a whole dollar move right there at the break of that U-shape. And the biggest indicator was the pattern and the volume. Didn't necessarily need the news. Here's another one. Acres, kind of the same thing. A little bit of, not very much volume in pre-market. Draw your line there. And you can see volume started coming in as soon as it broke at pre-market high. And then it ran up to 524. So you're looking for the pattern, you want the volume. And if you got the pattern, you got the volume, and you got the news, the probability of that stock breaking out big is going to be pretty high. The easiest way to get a hold of Thinkorswim is go to the support tab up here and do a create support request, and then you should be able to talk to them, a live person, pretty quickly. The phone stuff definitely can be a problem. So what's the SPY doing? SPY looking a little funky today. Let's see, what kind of weird news do we have? S&P 500 turns negative. Futures fall sharply. Trump's got a new lawsuit. Fauci is disappointed in Johnson & Johnson. I'm sure Johnson & Johnson is probably just as disappointed in him. Vaccine probably to be prolonged. Yeah, there's none of this is relative really to the stock market. I mean, maybe the vaccine thing might be causing it to drop the entire market right now, but I don't know. It just sounds kind of dumb. I'll keep it. Let's see. Last time it ran to 84. I don't know. I was seeing articles all week about this company, Bumble. The CEO and owner of the company is a female. She's only in her 30s, and now she's a billionaire. So that's pretty awesome to see. Kind of, ruins that whole narrative that women are paid less when you got women who are becoming billionaires. But I digress. So I got enough funds to try to make one more trade. I don't have a lot of funds. But gotta try to find. Ooh, interesting. PIHA. Oh yeah, that's that immunotherapy. This is the one with the patent, but the chart is pretty interesting. If it can break $4, yeah, only 10 million in float. Yeah, if this breaks $4, if this breaks over the 200-day moving average, this could get going. As you can see, has not been over the 200 moving average. I kind of got another little U-shape going on there. So I don't think I can get 35 shares. Probably do 25. What do you mean? What's the logic? Why would companies merge? Is that what you're asking? Or are you asking like how to trade those? Or so we got this downtrend right here. 372. If that starts breaking this downtrend, I may go. Yeah, I'm going. Going here. 25 shares. Very low. And this may take a little while to break out. It may not break out until a little bit later. It's starting to pop a little bit though, starting to break this downtrend. A little bit of volume. This is extremely low float though. There's only 10 million shares, so if big volume starts to come in, and even back here you see the volume on these candles is only 300,000. So like I was saying on Acre and that other stock earlier, if we start getting millions in volume on this, then it could really break. But $4 is going to be tough. Well, actually, let's see. The 200 is at 384. Yeah, 384 is going to be a tough area. $4 is going to be a tough area. But once we can get, if we can get through those two areas, this thing could go nuts. I mean, mergers, a lot of times mergers are a good thing, but you never know until after they do the merger how the market's going to react to it. That's kind of the thing. Like, you just don't know. So, like, for me, if I'm looking at a stock with PR that says they're going to be doing a merger, then it's going to be the same process. I'm looking for a pattern, a U shape or a triangle, and volume to be coming into that stock to see it rip. Let's see, we're still kind of getting held up with the downtrend. I actually got to redraw it a little bit on the top of that wick. So we're still kind of trying to break it here. This could possibly be a good swing too. Yeah, if you're looking at this chart, this thing has been building up slowly. It's been, this candle was a nice candle here. This one it went 256 up to 366. That was a dollar move, but it's just been moving upwards nicely in this little upward momentum, coming up to that 200-day. If that breaks that 200-day, this could really get going. Look at the max chart, see what it looks like on the max chart. So that's just a crazy max chart, probably a bunch of reverse stock splits or whatever. Yeah, just treat it as a catalyst, because a merger, collaboration, agreements, those are all keywords you can kind of look for a catalyst on a stock to see if it can run, but you still got to have that volume and the pattern. Or a pattern, not necessarily the pattern, but a pattern. Now this needs to break over right now. If this does not break over 375, then this could start curling, because that's a doji star candle right there. This little white check, which means a lot of indecision and usually can lead to a trend reversal. So the trend was kind of moving up. And if it gets smashed here and doesn't break over 375, then we'll start to get that trend reversal possibly. So it needs to break above 375 on this candle or the next candle. This is PHIO. I usually don't trade on patent news, but looking at the chart pattern, I really like it. So see there, starting to have a little sell off there. That's what I was talking about, that doji. So we need buying volume to come back into this, but that PR, let's see, actually that PR came out at 9:30 my time, so that's where I got the initial pop at right there. Let's see where the trend line is. There's a bit of an uptrend line on this. Kind of like right there. Yeah. Yeah, so see, we're starting to curl over, so it's maybe another failed breakout. May come back down to this trend line unless buyers can push it through that 375 here soon. Yeah, see there, they keep pushing it. They keep pushing it right back below those candles. Whoops. So I'm actually going to redraw this top downtrend resistance there, kind of more at the tops of those candles. So you can see it come up, it hit that resistance, and curled down a little bit. So definitely got a break. We do have a nice size buy there at 372. If that can hold up. Yeah, very nice size buyer, 20,000 shares, and now there he is, 23,000 shares, sitting on 372. Come on, you're so close, PHIO, you're so close. Break over at 375. Come on. Let's push for a new high day. Let's see, where's the high day at? 378. See back there in pre-market Friday, it was up to 392. CNCC is running nice right now. Very nice. I actually been swinging CNC. I think I've told you guys this, or at least you guys have been following for the last couple of weeks, that I was swinging at CCNC in my long-term portfolio, and I actually locked out, I think about $160 this morning off of that swing trade. Yeah. Yeah, I think I talked about it last week, but I was talking about it even before that. I was talking about it back in January because I thought it was just a coal stock, and I was looking in the coal stocks, and they do have a subsidiary for coal, but then as I did more research, they also have a subsidiary for cryptos, so it actually worked out really well. So this needs to break 375 here real soon. I mean, this curl is getting pretty ugly. Should have pretty decent support, though, at 365, 366. See, I'm gonna redraw my line here. I think I got my line a little bit off. So yeah, looks like it's gonna have to come down a little bit before it breaks. Socket just got halted. Volume's decreasing on this too quite a bit. You see volume start to ramp back up. Yeah, you can see his time and sales is moving extremely slow, so volume might be moving out of this now. It's starting to crack a little bit here. Like I said, it could come back down to that trend line, which is not that far. 368. You can see there's some buyers trying to hold it up there at 368. And we're kind of getting to the close to the tip of this triangle, but it could start dropping. Yeah, I really don't like this big curl down and then that doji star there. I think this is probably going to crack at this point. I'm gonna put a stop loss in just in case it comes down real hard. See, that 9 EMA is down at 346. Yeah, you can see it's starting to crack that trend line now. Just didn't get any buying volume up there into that resistance break. Let's take a look at socket. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes, let it see what it does. Yeah, so socket halted there. Very nice move. Kind of consolidated for a while there, and then having a break of about $3 or $4. See, perfect little triangle right there. So that's definitely a good play if you jumped in that. Yeah, PXS selling off Yeah, Acre selling off as well. A lot of sell-offs. MIT kind of still selling off. BSQR. CCNC going sideways at the moment. See, Bumble's really getting held up at that 79 area. Arwalk's starting to rip. It broke that straight down downtrend resistance there. The downtrend line is starting to come back up. If that breaks over 5, that may be able to start going again. So I would definitely keep that on watch. Socket's back open. The socket's got a lot of the volume right now. It's probably going to take away from. Oh geez, socket's only 6 million in shares. Is that right? This is really low float. This thing could go insane. I mean, it's only 6 million, and what they got? Talking about. You said something about Apple earlier. Yeah, okay. So they launched Durasled barcode scanner for iPhone 12. Interesting. Yeah, so this could go. I mean, it's already went nuts. You know, from pre-market when this PR came out, it went from 330 and it's all the way up to 16. So very, very nasty rip on that. And you can see there, PIO kind of cracking that uptrend. See, maybe we can adjust it a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know if PIHO is going to do anything. I don't know why I did not look at Socket earlier. I should have had Socket on my watch list, but I didn't for some reason. Is it show? Oh, I forgot I changed this to top 10 losses, so that may be part of it. So yeah, there's Socket now on that. Yeah. It's unfortunate. But what can you do? But yeah, this is definitely one. See, this has got great PR. Heavy volume. You got an uptrend that you could easily play. This is what I was talking about. When you get all three, when you get the volume, you get the PR, and you get a pattern, you can get some very nice breakouts. And you can see right there, that was a big U shape. But without even playing the U shape, you could have played this trend line, waited for it to open, come back up, come back down, trend line holds, and then you could have bought somewhere in there at 11 and got a nice move off of it. But this could be a runner for the next couple of days. So I think this is one we definitely got to keep on watch. But right at this moment, you don't really want to touch it until it starts to make another pattern or comes back down. Alright, let's check it. PIHO, see what it's going to do. If I don't see any buy-up volume come back into it, then I'll probably just get out of it. If Thinkorswim will work, come on, Thinkorswim, do your thing, man. You got this. You got this. You can do it. There you go. Yeah, so it's looking sketchy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that? Right as I say it's looking sketchy, all of a sudden a quick little pop up to 370. That was random. That was just from a little buying volume too. Yeah, socket's still running. See, that's why I was saying this could probably go crazy for the next couple of days. Maybe one to watch all week. Cause that PR is really good. When you have a pity stock like this that has something to do with a big company like Apple, with PR like this, those usually are pretty big rippers. Very, very seldom, uh, very rare that they don't rip. That's what I was trying to say. So you can see this thing all the way up to 17. But that being said, don't just jump in this. You want to wait for a pattern. But it's definitely, I would say this could be one that could be traded all day possibly. So we actually have a big, actually this is the triangle. This is a flag actually. This is why, okay, that's why I was kind of missing it. So we do have a flag on the PIHO. This could break out. Real quick before that happens, and it may not happen, but before we do it, before we watch and see, I'll be right back. Give me just a couple seconds, guys. Ooh, interesting. So it almost broke there. So this is getting close. Getting very close to a possible breakout on PHIO here. Very, very close. We just need to see it hit 375. Socket still ripping. God. Yeah. All the way up to 19. What a nasty rip off that trend line. I mean, it could keep ripping, but if it comes back down, like, I would wait to try to get in this, though, if you're thinking about it. The previous high was at 14, basically. Where'd you go, Why is PHIO not on my watch list? What keeps happening? Thought I put it on there. There it goes. So yeah, we're getting real close to this. PHI is either going to break down or it's going to break up. But that is the two options that are fixing to happen. The sideways stuff is about to be up. You see sellers again trying to push it down. We need to start seeing bigger buying volume come in here. We're just getting a little bit. I mean, that little volume bar there was only 30,000, and this one so far only 13,000. But nice job to anybody who did play socket off of this trend line or off of that U-shaped break. Yeah, so it looks like it's probably going to come back down at least to that 14 area, and it could come all the way back down to the trend line, but could be wrong. We'll see. So we are just right there. Just need a little more volume. Come on. Come on, you're so close. Hey, enjoy your trip to Jamaica, buddy. Have fun there. Enjoy your week. Take a nice break. You deserve it. You deserve it one life. You're a soldier. Oh, actually, socket may not come back down. Little doji star there after this little sell-off. Socket may start running again. It's got to break that downtrend there. Basically break over 18. If it breaks over, if it breaks over 18, socket will probably keep running because you got a little flag. Yeah, you can see it actually is starting to break over 18. $19, you know, that's the high. That's the high of the day, high of the year. So 19 is going to be some resistance, but break through 19, I think you'll see up to 20. 20 could be pretty strong resistance on that as well. Yeah, it's trying to push. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's getting real close to making another move. Unless it gets held up at 19. If it doesn't break through 19, then it probably will come back down, but... Alright, PHIO, where's the volume? Gotta get some volume if we're going to break out. I'm going to redraw this trend line a little bit. It's downtrend. It's kind of more like that. And you see getting rejected at the trend line, so back down to the uptrend. Got to see that uptrend hold if it's still going to try to break out, but unless buying volume really comes in, this is probably going to crack because we're not getting any buying volume. We didn't get any there to try to break through, and we really didn't get much there to try to break through. I don't know yet. Still a little hard to tell because it's still in the triangle. So yeah, there you go. Socket breaking over 19 up to 1980. Getting held up at 1980. But you see this big buying volume. I mean, this is, each one of these volume bars is over 2 million, except for this one. So very big buying volume in on this. Let's see, that candle, what was that, last Thursday? That broke up to 411. Ooh, and there's a little crack. So yeah, this is starting to crack down below. Trend line. Well, a little bit of buyers trying to push it back up though. So we got 20 seconds on this candle. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. See how this candle closes and how the next one opens up. It's like a dead log right now. It's just barely moving. It's like one of those stocks you just want to take a stick and poke it. You're like, come on, do something. And I keep having to redraw this uptrend line. So maybe, oops, that looks a little better. We are very close to the tip. Oh, the socket breaking over 20. All the way up to 2075. It looks like it's going to run a 21. What a nasty run on this. Damn. Over 21. Yeah, these volume, like you can see, this volume's getting so light. See, I'm at 371. Oops. Starting to crack that triangle. I'm kind of thinking about maybe swinging this though, because this is a nice U shape right here on the daily chart. But I'd have to put my stop loss. I'd have to put my stop loss down to like 338. And it'd be a 40-cent stop loss on 25 shares. So that'd be $10 I'd be risking to swing this. Yeah, because 340 should be pretty strong support. Where's the body of that candle? 330. Actually, let's see. There's some support there at 350. 350 actually may be really good support. So yeah, I don't think this is going to break out anytime soon because this triangle is just getting uglier. But I'm gonna lower my stop loss. I'm gonna risk a little bit. A little bit more. I'm gonna risk $10 on this to see. To see what happens with it, because the whole reason I got into this in the first place was because of this daily chart up here and this upward momentum. And you can see today's candle, as long as today's candle closes above 350, the 9 EMA is at 345. Where did I put it? My stop loss at? Let me put it below the 9 EMA. There we go. Yeah, the 9 EMA is at 345. So there should be pretty strong support at 350 and 345. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to break out anytime soon. Let's stay on this triangle though. I'm not just wait this out a little bit longer and see what happens with it. Socket up to almost up to 23. I try to create it before 8:30. Woo! Look at that rip. But today, like I said, I was playing out in the snow, so I didn't get to make my watch list until literally till I started the live stream. Right when I started the live stream, that's when I started putting it together. But yeah, usually you want to try to make it in the morning before market open, and then kind of adjust as the day goes. Look at this nasty rip. And socket's up almost 700%. That is nasty. That is a nasty rip. make some big gains off of a stock like that if you can catch it. Hey, don't get, don't rush. Take your time. These rips happen all the time. Just because you might be missing out on socket doesn't mean that there won't be other opportunities that are just as big, if not bigger. We still seem to be in a pretty hot market, and like I said, socket could be a possible trade all week. With that good a PR, this thing could be all over the place all week, but right now it is a little crazy. Oh yeah, and see here on PXS, I said when that trend line cracks, you see that big old sell off after that trend line crack, and that's why I got out of it, because shorters, when shorters see a trend line crack, they get hungry. You can kind of think of it like piranhas. Shorters are little dirty piranhas, and when they start to see blood in the water, this is your water. Below the trend line is deep water, and once you get below it, them dirty ass short and piranhas come in there and start eating it up and crash the stock. If you're a shorter, it's fine. You can shorting's not that big a deal. I'm making it sound like they're dirty, but shorting's perfectly fine. But they're like bloodthirsty creatures. The shorters are. It's like you got this, like this is a deer. You got nice deer. He's just climbing up the mountain, just chilling. There we go. And then the deer accidentally stumbles right there, like breaks its leg, and then the wolves smell the blood, and they come in and they just eat the hell out of the wolf. I don't just rely on trading for income. I get ad revenue off the YouTube channel. I get some revenue off of some of my affiliate links, like the Webull one and Coinbase and stuff. Um, I got a long term portfolio with dividend stocks in it, so I get dividend payments all the time. Now I've got the cryptos going, so uh, I never relied on trading income. The key to being successful and trying to get to where you're at, to where you want to be, and I don't consider myself successful. I'm not where I want to be yet. But the key to get there is multiple income streams. So you can make a living solely off of day trading, but if you want to really make money, sustainable money, you want multiple streams of income, because we're in a hot market right now, so we're seeing a lot of big rips. But we could easily go into a slow market, and then you might not be making as much money as you were in this type of market, or like in this hot market here. So you see socket all the way up to 26. Things just going nuts. And that's partly probably why PIHO is not breaking out of this triangle yet, is because all the volume right now is on socket, or most of the tension is on socket. Yeah, exactly like Liam's saying too. He's got his YouTube channel. He should be close to being monetized. So congratulations when you get that monetization. Yeah, well, I mean, trading's not necessarily too risky if you keep your stop losses tight. Like, I've made two trades so far today, and I lost on both of them, but I only lost uh, what eight? Let's see, nine. I lost like $14 so far. So that's not anything. I mitigated my risk. I keep my stop loss pretty tight. So that's not really that risky. If you're mitigating your risk, you don't have to really worry about the riskiness. But yeah, definitely you can use day trading to start making more income, and then use some of the profits from that, start building you a portfolio of different things. Like I said, I've got precious metals. I mean, I've got silver, gold, platinum. Uh, see, I think it's palladium is the other one I just got. I got a little bit of palladium. So I buy precious metals. But the one thing I don't do is I don't keep a lot of cash around. The majority of my cash is in investments. Like right now, I have cash spread out over multiple investment accounts. That it's in stocks, cryptos. Like I said, I got the gold, the silver, all that stuff. And then once I grow that to where I want it to be, then I'm going to, which here real soon, I'm going to be doing purchasing another real estate property. This day trading is a great way to make money, but real estate is, at least in the U.S. I don't know how it is in the U.K. for you guys, Liam, but in the U.S., real estate is really how you become a millionaire, billionaire. Yeah, I'm pretty diversified. Some investors and traders will say that diversifying a whole lot is not good because you're not making as much money as you would say if you had 10,000 invested and you just went 10,000 all in on one stock. If that stock runs a couple of dollars or something, then yeah, you're going to make one hell of a return. But at the same time, if the stock drops, then you could lose quite a bit of money. So that's kind of why I like to diversify a little bit. So if something happens like COVID, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Like COVID hit, stock market crashed. Oh yeah, well, if it's anything like the U.S. markets, you definitely want to start looking into real estate for sure. In America, you get a lot of benefits, like the tax loopholes that you can get with real estate is very nice. You also have equity in your property that you can take out to buy more properties. You can also, if you get a duplex or triplex, and that's kind of what I like to do is buy duplexes and triplexes, multi units. So then that way the tenants will pay all the mortgage with rent, and then I'll make extra income on top of it. Because single family home rentals long term are okay, but you're not going to make as much money with those. Because if your mortgage is like 700 a month on the house, then you can only charge 8 or 900 a month. That's only a couple of hundred extra bucks, which is still cash flowing income, which is good. But if you get a triplex, then you triple that amount. So
On triplex, say, your mortgage is 1,000, but you're charging 1,000 for each rental unit. That's 3,000. So instead of making $200 or $300 a month, you'll actually be making 2,000 to 3,000 a month with a triplex. So it's a lot. Multi units are better for that. Now, the big money in real estate, and this is what I'm looking at for my next investment for real estate, is VRBO and Airbnb. Now, right now, those are a little sketchy because of all the COVID stuff. Once COVID goes away, though, you can see this is cracking out of this triangle. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this triangle. So this is not going to break out today, at least not right now. So I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to hold this and swing this. I like this pattern on the daily for a swing, so I just hold it. But anyway, if you got a single family home that is in an area where it can be VRBO'd or Airbnb'd out, you can make some really killer money. Like, especially if you buy a property like that's on a lake, that's got lakefront access where you can just walk out of the house and go swimming or fishing or jump on a boat or something, then you can usually rent those out at least 6 months out of the year. And you're talking $200 a night for 180 days of rental. So I can't even do that. I can't even do that math in my head right now. I'm looking at WND. Let's see, Socket, that's one to look at. Oh, yeah. So Socket looks like it's halted down to the downside there. So that'll probably come back down to the trend line now. Let me do this math so I can figure out how much this would be. So 180 times 200 a night. Yeah, it's $36,000. So if you only rent that VRBO out for 6 months out of the year and that's it, you still make $36,000. And versus the triplex where you might have been making $2,000 a month, even if you got your long-term triplex rented out for $2,000 a month overhead, then that's only $24,000 a year versus the 36 to possible 50 to 60,000 a year for an Airbnb and VRBO. Yeah, 36,000. Yeah, so but once again, with real estate, it's kind of a good idea to diversify, because when COVID hit, these Airbnbs and VRBOs got hit pretty hard. And right now, too, because of the eviction moratorium or whatever the hell it's called that the government keeps putting in, a lot of people aren't paying their rents right now. And, it's understandable with the pandemic and all that going on. But that really screws over the people who are invested in the real estate. So both of them are kind of sketchy at the moment with COVID. But I do think we're going to have a real estate drop when they undo the moratorium or whatever it's called. Yeah, exactly, Orlando. Exactly. You got it, man. For a 17-year-old, you keep at it like the way you are. By the time you're 24, man, you're gonna be set for life. You'll be riding on private jets and drinking expensive ass champagne and just having a good old time. If I knew what you knew at 17, man, I didn't start all this until I was 27, 26. So yeah, actually 27 because I'm gonna be 33 in April. Yeah, getting old. So yeah, I've been working on all this for the past 6, 7 years here, and I'm getting close. I'm getting close to where I want to be. I'm working hard trying to get to it by the end of this year. So yeah, PIHO is just going to sell off for now. Still, I mean, even the sell-off volume on this was real light, so it's probably not going to do nothing but go sideways today. We may even start to form a channel. Should be like right here, 375, 374 at the top. And then the bottom of this channel's, yeah, the bottom of this channel is like right in this area with the support. Right around that 355 area. But it's never too late to start. You know, it's never too late to start trading, investing, doing all this stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, giving up. The only way you fail in life is if you give up. The failing, losing a trade, or you know, starting a business and the business doesn't succeed. Those are learning lessons. You need to learn from those and not take those as failures. You only truly fail when you give up. When you give up, then that's it. There's no more effort. And like I like to say, I like to shoot for the moon. And even if I don't hit the moon, if I land on a cloud, that's still better than being on the ground. So what's that, socket? No, socket's still halted. Or are you talking about PHIO? I mean, it possibly could be another U shape, but it's a ways away. I mean, we're talking probably 30, 40 minutes if it can do it. But I'm not going to keep streaming on that one. Like I said, I'm probably just going to swing this unless for some reason it just goes and sells completely off. But I'm thinking this support right through here, because there's quite a bit of support. You can see there's support there. That was old resistance. There's support there kind of at the top of the U shape. There's more support down through here at 350. So there's just a whole lot of support. And then, like I said, the 9 EMA is at 345. Then on the chart up here, you got support at 350 as well. So there's just a ton of support below this. And you can see that's where it's coming down to. So like I said, I'm gonna risk $10 on this play for a swing. But with all that support in that 350 area, let's see, yeah, 360 cracked as support, but 350 should hold up. Yeah, and 340 also is some support. So it's got a lot of support below it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. As long as it doesn't crack real crazy and sell off and holds above at 350, it should be good to go for maybe a breakout tomorrow or Thursday possibly. If it can continue like tomorrow, if it can kind of open up around that 360 area and start pushing up. So we'll see. We'll see. See, socket's still halted. Nope, socket is unhalted, coming back down. So if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 10 more minutes here. And then I'm going to call it a day. Because I got more content to get out for you guys and girls. Just delete some of these lines. Yeah, so see here, PHIO is trying to hold up 350. So let's go ahead and remove this line. But a lot of these U-shapes started right before 9 o'clock. So tomorrow I'm going to try to start the stream probably at 8:40. I'm going to try to start a little bit earlier. So if any of these U-shapes start happening, we can catch them. Because today I was just a little bit late and it was hard to, I missed a lot of different U-shapes. A lot of different potential plays. Being a little bit late to the stream this morning. Yeah, so there's another one right there on the MYT. That was another possible one. Real estate, I plan on starting a whole channel for real estate when I get to where I want to be. My wife and I, especially my wife, she is really gung-ho about real estate. And we've got a lot of plans for that. But my plan was, originally I was going to do real estate on this channel too. But I'm just going to keep it stocks and a little bit of crypto and stuff. And investing, gold, precious metals. But real estate is probably going to be a whole different channel, because what I plan on doing for that is actually show how we're going to find properties and then actually do videos walking the properties and fixing them up. There's not a lot of YouTube channels out there that are flipping, real estate flipping type of channels where they actually show the whole process. So that's in the plans. I don't know how soon that's gonna be, but that's definitely in the works. The videos I'm working on this week, I'm gonna be doing another abnormal investing, and we're gonna look into Decentraland, which is a cryptocurrency, but actually the crypto is called Mana, but Decentraland is actually virtual real estate. So that video I'm going to work on today to try to get out. And then I'm going to do, I think, a small, quick buying and selling guide with the TOS buttons and ladders, because I've had a lot of people ask me that. I don't think I covered that too much in the setup videos. So I'm going to go a little bit more into depth on buying and selling with Thinkorswim. So that's two of the videos that I'm going to work on this week. And then I don't know what else yet. I need to get my top 5 tech stocks for 2021 done, but I'm doing a lot of research into artificial intelligence companies right now. So as soon as I get done with that research and have a good solid pick of a couple of AI stocks, because I think AI stocks need to be on that list. Because I've got one stock for sure that's definitely going to be on that top 5 tech stock list. That's not artificial intelligence, but it was on my 2020 top 5 list. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into Decentraland in this video. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the cryptocurrency, but the main thing I'm gonna do is go into the Decentraland world and show you guys kind of inside of it and the type of real estate investing that you can do with that virtual real estate. it's going to be an interesting video, I think, because I haven't fully dived into it yet to research, because when I do those type of videos, I like to do the research while I'm making the video. Yeah, yeah, I know. There is a couple other platforms like Decentraland. I just don't know what those are yet. Decentraland is the first one I found, and I found it interesting as soon as I saw it. So I'm gonna dive into it. But yeah, in the future, I definitely will check into some more of those virtual real estate type of platforms and things like that, and probably do videos on that. The abnormal investing series, I hope you guys like, because I have a lot of topics that are going to be kind of shocking that you may not know that you can invest in, because it's more than stocks and cryptos. It's going to be interesting. I have probably 10 different ones lined up to do so far. Yeah, crypto. Hey, if you want to, Liam is in here, confident in crypto. You can click on his channel right there from his name. I'm pretty sure. If you want to learn about some cryptos, he's the guy you want to learn from. Liam is very, very talented with his crypto trading. Very in depth with everything he's doing. But the interesting thing is the stuff that you learn in stock market, like price action, support and resistance, patterns, volume, all that stuff translates over to cryptos as well. So it's good to watch Liam's crypto videos and watch my stock videos both together, because you'll learn more. You'll get a better understanding that it's not just stocks. Like, this stuff can apply across the board with options and everything else. Yeah, Liam and I are gonna collab on some more videos as well, or maybe some more live streams too in the future. As long as he's willing to, because I'm down to do more stuff with Liam. That episode he was in, a portfolio power up, was fantastic, I thought. Yeah, so there you go, guys. More content coming with Liam from Confident in Crypto. And if you haven't yet, go check out his channel. I mean, he's got great analysis. And speaking of cryptos, has Bitcoin broke over 50,000 yet? I know it was close last night. I know it popped over for a second. Checking real quick to see where it's at. Nope, still consolidating. Bitcoin is still consolidating under 50,000, having a bit of a sell-off. Let's see, it did break over 50,000 though. It was all the way up to 50,700, so that's interesting. A little pullback in the market. Yeah, rejection. Yeah, we had a rejection yesterday. Yesterday was a good rebound in the crypto markets. And that the day before that was a pretty big rejection overall. Or yesterday was a rebound from that rejection, and now it looks like we're going to have another rejection today, or we did have a rejection. So we'll see. We'll see if I had a rebound or not. There we go. I think my line's... There we go. Yeah, so you can see at 350 trying to hold a support, and there is a big buyer there. So yeah, I'm just going to hold this, see what it does. But all right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow. We'll try to be a little bit more punctual with the timing of tomorrow so we can catch some of these big rips. You guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.